Hi guys, thanks again for joining me. I'm Anne and I give general love readings focusing on divine partners, and that includes soulmates, twin flames, twin rays, spiritual love connections that pertain to something that you're going through or somebody that you're searching for. Basically, these reading videos are not messages coming from me, but actually from the divine. They're messages sent to you to use to your highest good for all of us to take, because basically it is all about finding that true love partner, that divine partner. Okay, so now that we're away from Valentine's Day, I know a lot of people have been still feeling a lot of emotions, and you know what, like I said in the last video, it's a time now to just embrace love, to feel love, and just, you know, empower yourself with the love that you have in your heart. And I know we talk about this a lot, and I get a lot of questions, like people saying, I think I love myself, but I don't know if I do. Chances are you're not loving yourself enough. Maybe you do, but you're not. You kind of like put yourself like in a shelf or in a box and say, you know what, I'll get to myself later. First, I have to get to this, and I have to get to that, and I have to get to this. And that's fine. We all get, you know, wrapped up with stuff. I know I do, for sure. But, you know, it's good for now for you to just look at what you're feeling in your heart and just take with that. Take with that and use it. I talked about self-care. A lot of you have already been doing that, and you replied back to me and told me how much you love it, and I want to hear that. If you're feeling something, if something that my video gave to you, I want to hear about it. This is a positive energy exchange. That's the reason why I do these videos, because I want to give back to you guys everything that you're giving to me, because it's like back and forth, and this is just wonderful. It really means a lot to me that you guys are just being here, just showing up. It's like I look forward to these videos, and I've been doing them for almost 2 years, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy, like, even going on live, and I plan on going on live, IGTV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, whatever I could get it. But like, I'm so limited on time, and you know what? It just like the day just goes by. It just goes by so quickly, and you know what? Then I find I didn't do what I wanted to do. So I have my planner. This winter, I'm going to be doing more things video-wise. So hopefully it will happen, and I'm going to put out that positive affirmation. Like we always talk about positive affirmations. I'm going to do it, guys. You know what? It's going to happen, and you are going to be, we're all going to be together. Okay, so without further delay, let's begin the reading. Okay, today I'm doing something a little different. I flipped over the cards to save on me flipping them, and I've used dual decks. So today is 8 cards, so I'm going to go through them through the Divine Masculine, like I have always done, on one side, and Divine Feminine on this side. I've used the Magical Message Fairies by Doreen Virtue, very beautiful deck, and Colette Baron-Reid, the Spirit Animal Oracle. Love these 2 decks. Okay, so as the first card, as you can see on this side, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. And this is a beautiful card. This is a very, very beautiful card. Basically, it's a lot about changes, about new beginnings, and just saying goodbye. And not that it's a bad thing. The Divine Masculines out there are trying to start over again, and we've been seeing this periodically, that they renew their sort of like soul vows to themselves, and they start over again, all for a new beginning, all for just finding what their true center wants them to find. And this card is showing that that is happening all over again. And a lot of the things that's happened with the Divine Masculine wants you to know. The Divine Masculine is something that is inside of all of us, that letting go is not a bad thing. As the Bee Spirit right here, the bees are always like hard workers, and the busy bees are always, you know, they're like lucky. They call them a lucky charm. They're fortune of good luck. And as this card says, Bee Spirit, sweet results await. And this is combined with hello to the old, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Bee Spirit is showing you that these new changes that are happening with Divine Masculine right now is actually positive results that are happening, that's going to happen. Because when you start letting go, when you start focusing on what what has been given, what you're trying to pursue, what you're trying to do in your life. Letting go is always something that Divine Masculine needs to do, and also the Divine Feminine. I mean, this is like something that's been going on, I mean, from the very beginning. Their relationship seems like it's endless. Like things are trying to manifest, come deeper, stronger. And every time Divine Masculine gets close, the Divine Masculine seems to run away from something. Not that something that the Divine Feminine is creating, but because the Divine Masculine knows that there's something out there for them, they'll never stop. They will continue to search. So you may be involved with someone that maybe this person is apart from you, and you know what? Divine Masculine is saying that this person is looking for you. This person wants you. This person wants to be with you. But they don't know where they're at. They don't know. They're lost. They have messages to give you, and maybe you're picking up the messages. Maybe you're feeling something. You're getting signs. Signs are coming in constantly, because every time these signs come in, something awaits you. Something is happening, like the Bee Spirit says. The bees are, you know, everywhere. And I know a lot of people don't like bees. I mean, we're uncomfortable with bees in the summertime. I know I get a little nervous too, but I've gotten used to them. Bees are actually, they're workers. They're pollinating. They are working for us, for you, for me, for everyone, for themselves. So this is where Divine Masculine needs to find where their life is headed, because destiny awaits for the bees. Destiny waits for you. Destiny waits for the both of you to come into divine union. They're working on it. And as you can see, coming into something new, goodbye to the old, hello to the new, letting go of those old patterns that's been keeping Divine Masculine away from the Divine Feminine. And it's been an ongoing pattern, like we've seen for the past few months, that something is awaiting, something is happening, okay? So again, for the Divine Masculine, you've got the power. And it's a song I love. Reminds me of a song. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. And as you can see, this beautiful fairy is walking the tightrope. Walking the tightrope, that's what you're doing right now. Divine Masculine sees that their life is changing, their life is not the same, and because they're coming into a new beginning, there is something awaiting, there's awakening happening. They've got the power. You've got the power. You've got the power to change things. And not only can you change things, you can manifest them. You can manifest them because Divine Masculine has been going through this over and over, and every time they go through this, it seems like it's a certain cycle that they go through, that they're trying to find, they're trying to capture, they're trying to find what it is in their heart to make this relationship, this situation, a long-lasting one. When there's negativity, when there is arguments and drama, nobody wants to be in the midst of it. Nobody wants to be involved in it. And this is where the Beaver Spirit, right here, the Beaver Spirit is saying, lay a solid foundation. Because when you lay a solid foundation, you are actually putting down the affirmations, the things that you want, the things that you need. Because Divine Masculine is saying, I need this now, and I need to start over again. Maybe I'm not in the right place, maybe I'm not where I'm supposed to be at, but I'm working on it. Busy bee, because that's where you're headed. Something is coming through, something is starting to open up, but if you don't allow it by releasing the old and welcoming the new, it's never going to happen. Because when you have the power in your hands, that relationship that you've been going through, like this rocky pattern. I know twin flames have been going, the divine souls have been going through a lot of high, low, like a roller coaster. They come together and then something just pulls them apart. They come together, something pulls them apart. There's always a little brink of, oh, it's happening. Oh, they're finally getting it together. Oh, it's finally coming to divine union. And then something occurs and it just goes completely the opposite direction. I know it feels like it's going on forever. Twin flames have been going through this for a long time, but that's not the end of it, because this is divine work that they have to do on themselves. So this is all something that's telling them that divine souls right now, divine soul connections, need to work on themselves a little bit harder, because they do have the power within inside themselves. But if they're not looking at what's in front of them, like this little baby fairy is walking this tightrope, though this fairy, though she sees where she's at, she obviously knows what she's about to do. She's walking a tightrope, and she has support from these small little beings around her telling her, you can do it, you can do it. It's kind of like, you know, when we're cheering at a game, you know, it's got to happen, it's got to happen, you can do it, you can make it happen. But the only way you can make it happen is if you believe, and if you lay down a solid foundation that I'm going to find what it is that I need. And that's where the Divine Masculine, these 4 cards, is all about. Divine Masculine putting it together. Divine Masculine finally seeing the truth, the light, and not letting the circumstances around them stand in their way. Divine Masculine wants to be with the Divine Feminine, guys. It is clear and simple. It's not, oh, well, Divine Feminine has to call the Divine Masculine or pull the Divine Masculine. No, this is not just for a male. I'm not talking about a man. When I say Divine Masculine, this could be for a woman or a man. When that person is not coming to you, or that person is not giving to you, or you're not giving to that person. I mean, it could be either or. It's not just about the other person. It could be also about you. You have to look at what is happening and what the circumstances are around, because something clear is about to take place. But you need to lay down a foundation, you need to set down some ground rules, and put the intentions, like we've been talking about throughout this whole year, since the beginning of the year, putting down those plans, putting down those goals, because that's what helps us get through the hurdles. It's like a challenge. It's like we're in a race every day. And I know I've been going through a lot of challenges myself, and many of you have been, you know, following me on Instagram and Facebook, and you know that we all are on this journey together, this soul journey together. Some of us are in better areas, some of us are not. So whatever the situation is, wherever you're at with your divine partner or your soul connection, you have to remember, everybody is as one. It's not like one person is better than the other, or I should say not person, I should say soul connection. Like I said, it's not about who's better, what connection's better. It's all about what you can find from the divine that's giving to you, because these messages are helping us all to unite. Okay, Divine Feminine is on this side. Like we said, we talked about Divine Masculine. Now let's go to the other side. Assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. And as you can see, it's a beautiful butterfly / fairy coming out of this tree. Oh my gosh. I've never really looked at this card. I mean, I look at all of them, but sometimes they're like, I love the rainbows and the trees behind, and assertiveness. See, standing up for what you believe in is what the Divine Feminine has been trying to do. Trying to stand up for what they feel is right and not letting nobody take advantage, because Divine Feminines can get very sensitive. And I'm not saying that Divine Feminines have like a negative approach to relationships, but they kind of like put in so much, and then they say, I can't do this no more, I give up. But though they're still in it, they don't give up totally. Their mind says they gave up, but they actually didn't give up. Actually, they're still fighting for it. They're still finding some type of truth inside themselves, and they go through this, like, I'm not saying that they feel sorry for themselves, but it's kind of like they have self-pity because they just feel like hurt and overwhelmed and so sensitive. That's because they're the sensitive energy with Divine Feminines. Not because that's the way it is meant to be, but it's because there is so much occurring with the Divine Feminines right now. The Divine Feminines are trying to rise up and let go of that feeling. They don't want to feel this way. Trust me. It's not like something you want to hold on to. Many of you have been feeling this, and many of you have been saying, I can't do this anymore. How do I cut the cords? How do I cut the ties? How do I let go? How do I just release it? And maybe you find a way to do it, and guess what? It don't work. It doesn't. It just won't work. You can't cut the ties of someone that you have a soul connection or soul partnership with, because there is a soul connection that is meant for you and this person to have. The purpose of a soul connection is to bring you into ascension. And Divine Masculines have been coming to ascensions along with the Divine Feminine together. Divine Masculine and Feminine are trying to unite energetically through the divine. This has to happen first before divine union, physical union. Divine union and divine energies that are happening right now are mainly because they're working on themselves. And when they work on themselves, they're working on each other. When you work on yourself continuously, and maybe you might say, Divine Feminine says, I've been working on myself. I know I'm good. I know I have it all together. And I don't need, anybody to tell me that I need to work more on myself, because that's coming from ego. Because everyone needs to work on themselves. No matter how much you work on yourself, I guarantee you there's more to do. And trying to cut the ties, trying to cheat it, to try to say, you know what, I'm just going to go like really quick through it, zip through it, and just, I need to just find out, when are we going to be together? I need to know when they're going to finally tell me this. Trying to talk to them, trying to get their attention. Listen, Divine Feminines, it's not going to work, because you have the assertiveness to stand up for yourself, for your beliefs, but you have to say yes to what your heart is telling you. And that's to believe, that's to have faith, that's to just feel the love, okay? Also with the Badger Spirit here, Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold, okay? So as you can see, this is a very strong card as well. Being fearless and bold, again, with assertiveness. Divine Feminines are trying now to do this. They're tired of feeling self-doubt, self-pity. They're tired of sabotaging their own happiness by worrying, by putting all this energy into emotion. Finally stand up for what they feel. If they feel like they need to do something and they need to just get out there and work on themselves and say, you know what? I know I've been slacking off. I have been slacking off. Why have I been saying all this time that I'm good? Maybe you were good 6 months ago, but what happened in that 6 months? You kind of let go of it. And this is where the Divine Feminine is starting to realize. The Divine Feminines are starting to get into their mind that it's time. And now with Valentine's Day and the emotional energy of love, it's just, it's overwhelming. And you know what? Sometimes it just feels like it's a never-ending battle, because when they get this way, they end up finding themselves in a place where they're not happy. They're not happy with the way things have been, and there's going to be some changes. There's going to be some emotional changes, because whatever you're going through right now, I guarantee you, this emotional month, okay, Valentine's Day or not, it's all emotions. It's like the whole entire month revolves around love, around Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter what date it is. It does kind of like trigger. It triggers off an emotion, because whatever is going on in your life, you're feeling it from others as well. Yeah, you are getting like something occurring. Something's about to take place. Something's about to happen. It may be exciting. It might be like a thrill, or it might be very intense and kind of like disappointing, because it's not what you want to do right now. It's not what you need. It's like the world is going too fast and I'm not finding myself in a good place. So everything that's happening right now, I know it's difficult and emotions are still like carrying on. And it may go on till the end of this month because of the love holidays and the emotional holidays, and because of the new year and everything that happened this month, because things are still changing. They're evolving. Being assertive now is the key in order to finding what you really need. And like I said, I do many times get messages when the cards don't even pertain to what is being said on the cards. Assertiveness for yourself, Divine Feminines, but there's also other hidden messages coming through. And this may not be for you, maybe for someone else, but I'm feeling somebody understands, and you may understand. So whatever resonates with you, write it down, because it's important. Or if it doesn't resonate, write it down again. Okay, patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. And like this fairy, she's waiting, she is patient, but there's a part of her that she really needs to wait. She really needs to stop being so impatient. And yeah, we all get that way. You know what? I get that way, you get that way, we all get that way, because that's human nature. We all want it right away. When we don't get it, we get impatient. Like the Divine Feminines, like I said before, are getting tired of feeling this way. The emotions are getting to them, and they feel like that person is never going to come back, or that person is never going to come into their life, or this person that you're involved in is never going to get it. So whatever you're going through, you're losing the patience. Divine feminines are losing the patience because they can't wait and they can't work on themselves. But they do know that they have to do something in order to get past whatever it is that's causing them to feel this way. No matter what your situation is, I don't care what it is, I don't care what you're doing, you always need a certain amount of patience to help you get through it. Yeah. Everything that occurs, because something good is going to happen. Like this card is saying, sweet results await. This is all about coming together in union. They both need to come together. You see, it's not just, okay, one half is getting it. Divine masculines are going to start getting it. They're going to start feeling it. But divine feminines here seem like they have a little bit of an issue to get there. For some reason, they're dragging their feet in a sense, but though they do know that they have to get it as well. Maybe they feel blocked in a way. They kind of like feel like their heart is guarded because they're feminine, and the masculine kind of like is trying to come out, and because they feel like they have more power. Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. This is a positive card. You know, I know it's difficult right now because what's going on and things that's happening right now as we're coming now into, I mean, a new season is going to come in soon, and, you know, I'm not going to say when, but, you know, it happens like next month, and this is why we all have to just believe and focus and feel good, feel positive, feel that love, feel that light. Every time we step out of our comfort zone, we end up feeling the negativity. And when we feel the negativity, we end up feeling like something has shifted. And this is why it's important for you and I and everyone to keep it together. Yeah, we're all going through the energy shifts. We're still feeling a lot that's occurred last month, and this month there's a little bit of a rumble going on with the emotional part. So it's like when one thing hits, something else hits. And it's like, when does it stop? When do we finally come to a happy medium with the energies? Well, it can happen tomorrow. It can happen right now. It's all about what you take with you. Remember that. You don't create drama. You don't create negativity. It's not coming from you. Trust me, it's not. It's coming from something maybe that you've been planting over the months, and a little seed that just grew a little bit longer, a little bit wider, a little bit wider, a little bit wider. Before you know it, it's out of control. It's like this weed. I mean, weeds are not all bad because some of them are very pretty. I like weeds, some of them. Wildflowers, you know, things like that. But when they're choking your flowers, you don't want them in there. You know, so you have to take them out, obviously. So that's what I say about taking that seed out before it starts rooting itself, because it's killing your joy, it's killing your love, it's killing the light inside of you. Not killing, maybe not, it's a wrong word, I'm sorry. More like it's sabotaging. It's not allowing you to feel love. When you feel love, the miracles are endless. It just keeps coming through. Yeah, can you feel like you're in total bliss and your life is not perfect? Yeah, of course you can, because nothing is perfect. When you see people on the outside, like you'll see celebrities, you see all these people in higher positions, you know, people you know, and they seem like their life is like so perfect, but you have your life like the way it is, and you think, oh, why didn't I got the bad end of the stick? No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because you don't know what they're going through. Never compare yourself, because you don't know what's on the inside. I know lots of people like this. Trust me, I do. And whatever is painted pretty on the outside is not that pretty on the what's pretty on the outside is not pretty on the inside, because there's flaws in everything. So taking these two sides, okay, saying goodbye to the old, welcoming the new, welcoming new emotions, new love, new energies to come through. Divine Masculine wants to do this, getting sweet results, getting positive things. Basically, you're seeing two sides of the story. That's why I put I put a separate set up here. I wanted to try something a little different. I do this in my readings all the time. So I wanted to put like two sides of the story, okay? And maybe it looks better for you guys, because I really feel like it's even more messages jumping out at me. You have the power. You've got the power. And by having the power, you need to lay down a solid foundation. By laying down that solid foundation, Divine Feminine is saying, it's time. I need to just be assertive. I just need to stand up and be fearless and bold and not be scared, because they're scared. I mean, it looks like always the Divine Masculine is afraid, but you know what? Divine Feminine is just as afraid. They're both afraid. They're both going through the different stuff. It is equal when it comes down to the negativities or the struggles or the challenges that they go through. Patience, please, because this is what's necessary in order for Divine Feminines to be assertive, to find themselves, because they need to search deep inside themselves. Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. And as you can see, both sides are coming together. It looks like there's changes up ahead, recovery, healing, letting go. It's something that's been building up since last year. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this to happen. And you know what? It's Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine always come together regardless of their situations. Not because they are pressured to do so, but mainly because they need to. They're pressured deep inside their spirit. Their spirit is saying, you're not living right. You're not living right. And that goes for both sides. Seriously. Divine Masculine has been fighting this. Divine Feminine has been fighting something. It's not like one is better than the other, because they're not. You could be feeling a little bit of both. Seriously. You can be 1 week the other way with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, but normally it's what you're drawn to. And I feel a lot of both sides, actually. So you may be feeling both, okay? But remember, whatever the case is, you need to have the patience and focus on the positive that you're feeling, the love inside of you. Now, many of you have been going through this journey with us. You know, we all feel it in some type of way. Nothing is ever perfect. Nothing is ever going in a right direction. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up on yourself. Focus on yourself. This is a me time. When I say me time, it's self-care. Do something good for yourself. Do something special. Do something different, something spontaneous, something you've never done for, you know, well, you've always wanted to. Find something in your life right now to make yourself happy, especially during this time of the year. You know, this is not the best time ideal to go for a walk for some of us in the north. But you know what I'm talking about, and you know you can do it. You know you can find something fun. That's where you want to lift your vibration up. You want to lift that vibration up. You want to feel that happiness. I know we have a lack of sun in some parts, and that's no excuse, because you still can find a way to make yourself happy. I have my happy light. I think it's wonderful. It kind of like lifts you up a little bit. Yeah, it does. But you know what? Maybe if it's something that you feel like that can lift your vibration up, do it. Okay? Maybe it's going for a massage, maybe a facial, pedicure, manicure, you know, I don't know, haircut. Something to do with you, your physical body. Has a lot to do with mind, body, and spirit. Working out, exercise. Get it done, guys. Get it done, because, you know, spring is around the corner. Yeah, it is. It is around the corner, and we're happy. We're excited. Whenever it's going to hit, I mean, weatherly-wise, it might be a little longer for us in Cleveland. But you know what? I'm still optimistic, because I'm happy for the energies and the sun and, you know, just everything that's coming in. It's positive energy, thinking. That's what I try to do. And if you guys follow me on social media, you've seen my my posts, and I always try to put rainbows and light, and I make the best of it. If it's a dead winter outside with lots of snow and ice, I'm going to find something pretty about it, because I think white is very beautiful. And that's where you need to dig deep. It may look like it's, oh my gosh, what is going on? This weather is crazy. No, it's not. It's going to pass. Trust me, it will. You know I don't want to go out in it either, but we have to. Make the best of it, because when you do that, you plant a seed, even through the obstacles, even through the challenges. It is beautiful. You can make it beautiful. That's what I'm trying to say. I know it's not what I want to say either about the weather, but you know what? You can do it. That's why I'm just giving an example. Okay, I hope this reading resonated with you. There was a lot of things in here. I hope you guys liked the double cards I added here, and I plan to add more. Whatever the spirit guides lead me, the messages that I get, I felt like they were talking to me more, and I felt like I can get more like across to you guys, because I want to talk about everything, but I'm very limited at the time. I don't want to make this like a 2-hour video. I mean, I could, but I won't do that because of it's hard to watch a video for 2 hours. So take what resonates with you, just write it down, and leave what doesn't. And if you know someone that it can benefit them, please share it to them, send it off, and let them see that what they need to do in their lives and to empower themselves. Okay. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comments area. I try my best to get to everybody, and be patient if you've ordered a reading from me. I get to everybody first come, first serve. So if I didn't get to you in the time that I mentioned in my website, please email me, and I'll let you know if it's going to be a longer delay or where it's at currently. Okay. If you'd like to subscribe to me, I hope you can. I do release a video every week, and it's been going on like this for 2 years, and I'm really, really excited. It's a positive energy exchange, and I plan to do so much more on Facebook, Instagram, IGTV, YouTube, Pinterest, all of them. I really love social media, and I know I always say this because I'm a social media person, and I really love to be with you guys. It's wonderful. It's just so, I don't know, it just lifts up my spirit. When I'm sad, when I'm down, I'll just go on to Instagram. Am I losing my words tonight? I'll go on Instagram, I'll talk with you guys, and we'll maybe do a live or something, and it just perks me up. It's just wonderful, and I hope you guys can do the same thing. I'll put a card out. The messages come out to you, come out to me. It's wonderful. I do try to post a card every other day or every day on Instagram. I always post positive quotes and motivational things, spiritual quotes, just so that we can all be together in unity, as I mentioned before. Okay? So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.